You're not a guy. Lewis, you're right beside me. Eddie, Good, is it right? I'll kill you. Right, watch when Snarly comes, I'll get him right now, won't he?
He said 5 from Bruno, yeah, 5 from Bruno. This box.
Peace. Where's Drew Linton and Bruno from here? Oh wait, where's Woltemade? Anthony. Yeah, to be fair, I had no hopes there.
Bruno!
Yeah,
Bruno, what's on you?
William.
So it's a point in the pocket for Newcastle after a long journey down here at Bournemouth. Not really much to write home about, to be honest. I think you should be pretty grateful for a point after Newcastle really in the final third flattered to deceive, and for all Nick Woltemade's presence in the box, Newcastle just unable to get any quality deliveries into the big man, and Newcastle really were clinging on at times. Bournemouth made some reasonable opportunities in the final third, but Nick Pope, a couple of great saves in both halves, one from Tyler Adams and then one from Clivert from a free kick later on, earns him man of the match. Other than that, really, Newcastle, will be happy with a clean sheet and just get out of here without a defeat, to be totally honest. Bournemouth, no mugs, of course. It could have gone second if they won here, but Newcastle really probably just have to accept that it wasn't the greatest day, and a point is a very good result when you come to a tough place like this. But yeah, plenty of room for improvement. I think the real problem for Newcastle was offensively, wasn't it? That they just couldn't get any type of quality deliveries into Nick Woltemade. That was a huge issue throughout the afternoon, and I think as we move forward this season, I think that's something that will change. I think it'll naturally change because he'll get used to playing with those around him, and it's still very early days. I think the standout point of the game today for me was the moment that Woltemade just pointed to his feet and said, "That's where I won the ball." So anybody who thought he was going to be this sort of 6'6" target man, and we were given plenty of encouragement for that, given he scored a really good headed goal against Wolves. Maybe wrong, because I think he could be a better player with his feet than in the air, but he's probably going to have a mixture of everything really. But today I think the game was there to be won with quality balls into the box. Just it was totally lacking really. I think Newcastle got 2 accurate crosses in all afternoon, and yeah, just people weren't on the same page, which it's a concern, but that's what leads to not having any sort of clear-cut chances. But yeah, long journey for the fans coming down here. Anyhow, delighted with the support today. We're still chanting his name right until the end, and we now move on to that Carabao Cup game against Bradford in midweek. Chance to really push on in that competition. Newcastle the holders, but before I jump on the train, I would say today, probably on reflection, good point, clean sheet, try to keep it positive, but plenty to build on in attack. And ultimately for me today, Woltemade made it very clear, ball to his feet, and good things can happen for Newcastle United.